Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Karolina and today we're going to be talking about numbers. Numbers are so important, just like letters. With numbers, we count, and then when we get older, because you'll know how to count, you'll be able to use money and you can buy yourself something. And that's why numbers are so important. And numbers are everywhere, friends. If you look around on your street, you might see numbers on houses for people's addresses. So numbers are always gonna be around you. So today we're gonna focus on numbers 1 through 6. So let's look at those numbers again before we start our activity, okay? So let's take a look at these numbers and then make sure to help me say what number that is. Take a look at this number. Do you know what number this is? Yes, you're right. It's number 1. So this is 1. Do you know what number this is? Yes, you're right. It is number 2. Do you know what number this is? Good. It is number 3. What about this one? Yes, this is number 4. This one is 5. You got it. And then last but not least, what number is this? Yes, it is number 6. All right, that was a good review of numbers 1 through 6. Now we can start our activity. All right, so let's begin our activity. As you see, I have a muffin pan right here, and I labeled it with the numbers 1 through 6. Let's take a look. I have the number 1 right here, number 2 right here. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 5. And this is number 6. And right here I have a bowl. And inside this bowl, as you can see, I have macaroni. I'm sure you recognize this. I'm sure you eat it with when you eat your macaroni and cheese. So this is the uncooked macaroni. And today's activity, we're going to be counting the macaroni to match the numbers right here. So this is called matching number to quantity. So let's start with the number 1. The number 1 is right here. And what we need to do is look at that number, and based on that number, that's the exact amount of macaroni we put in there. So since this is number 1, we are only going to put 1 macaroni in there. So it's very important that we count as we go. So please help me count, friends. Let's count to 1 so that we make sure that we only get 1 macaroni in there. 1. Are we done for this number 1? Yes, you're right. We are all done with that one because we can only put 1 macaroni in there. And that's exactly how much we have in there right now. We only have 1. How about this number? Do you know what this number is? Yes, you're right. This is number 2. So we have to make sure we only put 2 macaronis in there. Help me count. 1, 2. 2 macaronis. So now we have 2 macaronis in there and we're all done. All right, let's move on to the next number. Do you know what this number is? Yes, this is number 3. You are right. So let's count to 3. And when we hear the number 3, remember we have to stop going. And we can't count anymore because in here we only want 3. Help me count, friends. 1, 2, 3. We're all done. We have 3 in there. Now let's move on to the next number. Do you know what number this one is? Yes, you're right. It is number 4. Let's put 4 macaronis in here. Help me count. Remember, we have to stop when we get to the number 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. We're all done. We cannot put more in there because in here we can only have 4. Let's move on to the next number. What number is this one? Yes, you're right. It is number 5. Let's count to 5. Help me count, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All done. We have 5 in here. Let's move on to the last number. What number is this one? Yes, that's right. Good job. It is number 6. Let's count until we get to 6. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're all done. We have 6 macaronis in here. Our whole muffin pan is filled with macaroni, and we made sure that each number matched its quantity. Thank you for counting with me today, friends.